Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Yahweh Shem Shai, Washem Kakadash, Ka Hallelujah, Yahweh Shem Shai, Washem Kakadash. That's in the ancient Hebrew, then all praise to Yahweh, in the name of Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the correct name for the God of the Bible, who the world ignorantly called Jehovah, God, or Yahweh. His son's true name in Hebrew is Yahushai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. The true name for the God of the Bible in the Hebrew is Yahweh, and his son's true name in the Hebrew is Yahushai. I want to give the honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the brothers and out there pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. To all that believe in this gospel. Shalom. Alright, this lesson, I will also title it Stay Awoke, It's inspired by the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shine. Speaking with a person, it's like, it remind me of, in this truth, we have the truth as the apostles always bring forth, and we have the 100% truth. In this world, we are around people that don't have the truth, and they are basically, if you watch the movie, or if you want to call it sequel, or whatever you call it, Matrix. Matrix, with you have the Sentinels, and you have people come out of the Matrix, so to speak, and people that are within the Matrix, and one of them that woke, there's a scene like Morpheus, they say, the Sentinels can take on Sentinels or something like that, I remember. Couldn't take on anybody that has not been woken. In this life, you have Satan can jump on any one of these people, and try to basically get us back to sleep. There's some even though I listened the other day and quote this one. Let's get it. 18, no, 22. 22 verse 30 something. Yeah, 31. This is Luke 22 verse 31. It says, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. So Satan was basically hot Peter, and he want to get Peter. And the Lord saw that. And Satan even come for the Lord as well. And when you even read the book of Job, you can see, Satan even went on Job's wife. If you ever, as Job says, you speak like one of the foolish ones. When she say, curse the most and die, like the fuck. That can't, we can't do that. But the thing is, people in this world, you might reason with them or they're on them. The spirit will go upon them to basically put us to sleep. And that's the main point I want to bring across, But we have to stay awake. We have the 100% truth. We have to keep that faith. Even when we go to, when they have it actually, Luke chapter 18, we start at verse 1. It says, and he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and fear not. So it's about enduring, as it's written. Alright. As it's written. So okay. Lose train of thought. Yeah, as it's written, in either to endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So it's about enduring, because we're going to face these constant battles. And what I'm learning is that the constant battle is to basically forget us asleep, get us caught, as Scripture say, watch and pray that he enter not in temptation, that the day of the Lord will catch us as a thief in the night. We know, get caught up in the affairs of this life, in deception. Even remember watching, I'm always here, Elder Mother Zach. They say you don't fall for the okey doke, don't fall for the trick. Everything we're seeing is a lie. And of course that's so bad. It's not every single thing up on the TV is a lie, But it's like, for example, with the whole pandemic thing, that's what sealed it for me. You know, the spirit's the one thing, right? Which the spirit is basically the scriptures. What's that? St. John 6 verse 63. He give us the blueprint of how things gonna play out. And at times in this life, you gonna look like things not really play out as we expect as according to script. But the scripture says we walk by faith. You see me can get that and go back here. I think that's Second Corinthians 5 verse 8. No. Oh, verse 7. This very is 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7. It says, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." And what is faith? Faith, according to the scripture, is let's just get it real quick. Hebrews 11 verse 1 says, "Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." So faith is basically what we don't see. The promise, what's written in the scriptures about the prophecies, the return of our Lord. He said the so-called white man, which is the devil. We are the Israelites. Just to put up a few there, the MOTP is a microchip. There will be World War III. There's going to be civil unrest. All those things that's written in the scriptures, we don't might see a lot of them play out. But that's where we go back to faith. And so let's go back here. And where these spirits out here, is trying to get us to do is to lose that faith. And by losing that faith is basically going back in the world, no longer believing, basically getting rocked to sleep. So we have to fight for stay awake. It's like they put out, well, good example. We are watchmen, right? And they put watch you, and sometimes sleep a box you. If brothers or whatever watching this video of the night shift, they just want to stay up for the whatever, sleep a box, if you try to shake it, That's how we are actually right now in this fight. We're trying to stay awake, right, with all of this bombardment of deceptions, trying to morning. With all of this false information being spread, false narrative, we're trying to stick on the narrow path, right? Stick to truth. And by doing that, the greatest way is to stick to the script, regardless of how things appear. Again, going back to the precept, we walk by faith and not by sight, cause you see it. Speaking from my personal experience, when you speak to people, it's like, for example, we know this economy is coming to a crash. It's fucking obvious. But speaking to people, it's like, alright, for example, funny with that plantation, like the talk of World War III, it came up, like one of the co-worker basically say, is must say World War III now go break out as it is, as like World War III, the conflict in Ukraine now go break out that much, and now really get that for them fire nukes. And then one of the co-worker say, I believe it, quoting the co-worker, not in so many words, but like saying that I believe it's going to get worse, and we actually just let me just sum up what she said. I don't remember exactly. So them bury them in the sand, like them block their mind from it, And speaking to people, that's what they really do. In all honesty, that's what they really do. Them try to block their mind from it and deceive themselves that, hey, if me don't pay attention to this, no make it affect my current life, me not have to worry about it. But us, we're different, and being around people, that spirit might come off, and rub at you. That's why Scripture say you'll be with a godly man, and even dwell among brothers, keep these things to mind. We speak about these things. Not time I talk about success in this fucked up place, but being around people, it might cause you to fall asleep, right? Getting the thing is, what we surround ourselves with and what we put in, and that will come out. So if we surround ourselves by people, that is for the society and be deceived, then it's a chance that we can be deceived. So if we fight, being among brothers, sticking to the scriptures, watching videos, taking in the news, and so basically stay awake. And that's the point I want to bring for you, stay awake, right? So Luke So like if you're ramble, but yeah, so just a quick something to analyze, you're like, I have this conversation with this person, I don't want to go too in depth, but the spirit actually let me know. Cause at one point, we know the theory, we know the theory of how things play out in life, certain rules and principles. And I'm sorry, then this is it. Stick to it regardless. And I was deceived, I'm sorry, maybe, maybe. Let me see something different and find out, say, every single thing, according to the spirit is factual. Trust the spirit. So this time you see it happen again now. It's like I was being persuaded to believe a lie. And the person who persuaded me then believe the lie too. You see me? Not knowing because them already deceived themselves. I see, fuck. This is a deception. This is trying to make me go sleep, for me believe the lie. No, go on. It's for shake out tight, like, no, I believe this. This is not a cycle. You see me? And that's it, because this fucking society is coming to an end and we have 100% sure. The MOTB is the microchip. Yahushua is a so-called black man, we are the Israelites. Esau is the devil. These things are a fact. About being around people, they want to believe and always come at us, you see me? He might cause us to fall asleep and we can't have that. Which we are, if we are part of the elect, that will never happen. Because we already conquer. So finishing this, he says, Luke 18 verse 2 now, it says, saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. And he would not for a while. But afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regarded man, and yet because this widow troubled me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge saith. And shall not God avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him? There be along with them. I tell you, he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? So we will be found faithful. With all of these deception, with all these lies, being pushed at us, would we still be found faithful? That's the question. Because the scripture says, let's get it. Isaiah 55, verse 11. It says, behold, Isaiah 55, verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth out. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please. It shall prosper, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. So the words that's written in the scriptures, certain the vision is yet for an appointed time. Though tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So all of these things here, they will come to pass because they are words of the Most High, and when we hold on to them, we become prisoners of hope in these words, and we have to stick to them. So the scripture says, when the Son of Man comes, Yahushua is coming back, as we've prophesied. Chariot, so-called UFO. And he might come destroy this wicked ass society. And that is what Christians say. We have the truth. If we stick to that, one other thing too, that this world like for forcing us, for make us feel like we're wrong, is like the construct of a family. How the Most High said things. How a man's supposed to be. The characteristics a man should have. The characteristics of a woman. What a woman should be. Subject under a man. One man. Right? She leave from the father household and then she go under her husband household, and that's it. The household for her. Right? No trying the waters and dating and this and that. Those are madness. There's a whoredom. Whoredom mentality, and we'll stick to these principles. Not saying that we're going to have them practice 100% here in Babylon, which is impossible. But that's the right way. But this world, like we tell us that no, it's been a cycle because look at this and look on that and that. That's trying to put us to sleep. Trying to get us off the path. And that's the reason why I had this precept here in 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. It says, be sober. I think when you look up the word sober, you go back to calm and collective in spirit. It says, be vigilant, looking around, very observant. Because your adversary, the devil, has a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. And him come on these people as well. You know, them put things on the TV, them put things on the radio, you know, in the movies, on the news, newspaper. We are bombarded by the bullshit, like the Crown Royal thing. It was all fuckery. You know, and up to this day, it's still bullshit, never real. You see me as how them say it. But by it being pushed us so many times, yo, you know, and from all angles and much people around us believe in it, you know, like, you know, not saying for brothers here, but it's just an example that the people may even like remember reason with a female, you know, and she's saying that, see, I tell me, say, the whole world a lie? Yeah, I mean, I say, yo, it's a very hard pill to swallow, but nevertheless, it's true. Right? She say, follow not a multitude to do evil. But it's in our nature, if you will, to basically, you don't want to be the odd one out. You just want to go with the flow. You know? But our duty in this life, yo, is to be the hard one out. You know, standing for truth. While the world, as you say, broad is the way that leads to destruction. You know, and Lord's we are the one that will lead, follow to the narrow path that leadeth unto life. You know, while the world fall asleep. Alright? Let me see. This is Proverbs chapter 24, verse 30. I went by the field of the slothful, and by the vineyard of the man void of understanding. And lo, it was all grown over with thorns, and nettles had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Then I saw and considered it well, and looked upon it, and received instruction. So this is I believe King Solomon, you know, him observe, you know, how we call it now, we can say a vineyard, or in Jamaica you can just call it a farm. Him say him observe it. And by observing that specific thing, he gave him instruction, gave him wisdom, where he can use and apply to different scenarios, right, or different aspects of life. So he said, yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep, so shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man. So he said, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. Sometimes you sit down and you just take it easy, and you find yourself drop asleep. It's like setting the alarm clock. Alarm go off, 5 more minutes. You go like, yeah, 5 more minutes to come an hour, 2 hours. You find yourself basically being late for whatever appointment that was set. You know, that's just to give a small example. But this world, it pushes us to basically, these are want us to go to sleep, yo. You want to believe the bullshit, and that's what I mean by going to sleep, yo. Believe the bullshit that's out there, you know, forget the off path. Right, so even when you hear the so-called conscious community saying still woke, you know, because we believe the lie, we have been taught a lie all over the ages. But now the truth has been revealed, you know, and then the lie come back now. You know, I fight against the truth, so we have to stay awake, stay active, stay in the spirit. As I wish I say, you know, abide in him and he in us. Right? You see, we say also we're supposed to be occupied in prophecies. And that's how we are going to stay awake. You know, if you know that, hey, at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people might see it as pride, you know, being proud, but we do have 100% truth. And that's just the truth. You know, and the world wrong. Right? And why is this so? Because we have the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It's just that the Most High be true and every man a liar. And that's going to be proven very soon. But what? We have to hold fast onto it. As it's written, let's get it real quick. Because it's a fight. I got 3. And to the point, Revelation 3, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So it's about holding this, you're holding this truth what we have. Fast. No matter what, hang on upon it for dear life. Right? Because there's a lot of you know, a lot of resistance that's coming our way, you know. A lot of you know, evil doctrines. You know, like for example, even the flat earth, you know, that come and take a lot of people by a storm. Right, but we have to stick to this truth. But a man come on who We have to see boy the sisters them too harsh. You know, you can't rough up woman. Yeah. Woman out of order. Even niggas out of order too. This is the correct way. You know? Oh, toxic masculinity, misogynist. What? You know? And then we'll come with them emotions and that. Yeah, we can't put up. No. Enough of this bullshit. Well, we stand strong. One more. Let's close with it. Actually, we'll go back to the whole sleeping thing. Romans 11. So Romans 13. Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that, knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. You know, so high time to awake out of the sleep or sleep. You know, the lies, you know, the philosophies of this world, the doctrines of this world. We need to awake out of that shit. For example, Christianity, Rastafarianism, this fucked up society, you know, it said things supposed to be governed. The scripture says we're supposed to seek the old parts. Where is the good way? Or Israelite customs. You know, that is the correct way. You know, and people like to bombard us and say, oh no, modern time, and that they oh no, hold a woman. What the fuck? Woman supposed to be in order? So in subjection unto her husband. You see me? And who go against that, just will get put to death. That's the truth. Right? Says the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. You know, and the armor of light go back to the truth. Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right, as Yahushai name come in the volume of the book, so we put him on, you know, applying the scriptures and everything, and speak truth. As it's written, let every man speak truth to his neighbor. It says, let us walk honestly, as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. You know, it's all about sticking to truth, you know, fighting for truth. It's written, strive for truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. You know, so it's an exaltation, you know, to document this. As they would say, stay awoke. You know, I can't afford to drop asleep in this bitch. You know, that's a destruction. You know, we have the truth, we are alive. You know, the scripture refer to people as dead. You know, he that wander to the way and standing shall remain in congregation of dead, something like that. You know, these people are dead. We are the living. We are the living among the dead. And that's just the truth. So we have to stay awake, yo. You know, and don't fall for the okey doke, don't fall for the lies, the deceptions of the wiles of the devil, as is written. You know, which, yo, let's close with that. God, that's heavy, you know. Ephesians 6. God, that's what's out there, the wiles of the devil. You know. This is Ephesians 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. It's about being strong, you standing strong. Can't be weak. If we'll be weak, you'll get so. We're gonna get caught out there. So if you're here to become strong, you know, stand firm, regardless of what me not budge. Truth or truth. You know? We like seriously let our high be single. You know, so we're stubborn in our truth, we're not gonna wait. Zulin, yo. Says, put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And the wiles of the devil, you go back to these philosophies as well that's been pushed out there, these lies, these deceptions. When one will believe, just to give an example still, this pandemic, you know, this deadly virus is killing off people, and the only way to save yourself is to take this serpent juice, you know. Just so I'm going to use the MOTB to basically be the cure as well for the hell will come upon society. But he might bring partly. Verse 12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So in these Liliths, Pouring up with them that then daddy, Satan, spiritual demon, for deceive the elect. We try to deceive the elect. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith. So about faith, we should don't say, we read the scripture, we believe in it, stick to that. That's our defense. Regardless of what transpire in front, how things appear. Fuck that. It says above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. To the lies, you use a shield, block it, fuckery, bullshit, lie. I'm gonna give a crap what this feel like or look like. Stick to this, guy contrary to the truth. Right? It says until take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Shem Shai. So that's a lesson. I hope it's edifying to you like out there, giving up praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, Hashem Kakodash, the one who's into our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the full leg. Shalom.